Welcome, gamers, to the launch of RuneQuest Warlords. So it's today, or actually pretty much right now, I think, is actually the actual launch, if you're watching this live. So I think it's just come out, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually using version 1.0.0, but it is actually a pre-release version that I actually do have. So I normally, what I like to do is if I know the game is going to be launched a few hours beforehand, I try to get the launch version because that usually will be a bit more updated than the version that I've got. So I've had this version for about a week, I guess, and so I've just been sort of getting my head into the actual game itself. So what I thought we'd do today is really, like, I always like to approach these sorts of videos or these sorts of presentations really as to what information do you need to make a decision whether it's the sort of game that you want to be buying or not. So I'll be doing a fairly deep dive into what the game has got, like what the systems are, how they work, what the factions are, how that works as well. There is like an interesting sort of disconnect in one sense as well, which I'll talk about when we get into it. But before I do start, I do want to just point out and thank Slytherin for actually sponsoring this stream. So thank you for that, which I do really appreciate. But having said that, I'm under no instructions to only say positive things or anything like that. So anyway, we'll just go through. Hi Asgarath from Istanbul, welcome, and welcome to anybody else that's joined us as well. But if you've got any questions or want to see anything about the game, that's what the purpose of this particular sort of 2-hour aspect will be. What we'll do at the end of this is I'll have a very short break, and then we will actually go and have a look at the like a big event that Slytherin has. It's probably their biggest event of the year, where they actually go through all their coming games for next year, as well as big updates for the games that they've currently got on the boil. And I've sort of got like a process that I've now sort of put into my into that when I actually do that live stream, where I actually can then go through and get you guys to actually vote on what you're seeing as well. I've done this once before, and I found it really fascinating actually just to get your opinion on whether a game was of interest to you or not. Just even from my own sort of interest, but I really did like that. So I'm going to do the same thing with that as well. Every announcement that they make, and apparently from what I've been told, there's a lot of announcements. I've got no idea what they all actually are, but there'll be a lot of announcements. So we'll have a look at that as well. That'll be the second stream. So it'll sort of be back-to-back streams. I might just have like a 5-minute break. I think normally the sort of preambles go on for a little bit, so we'll probably just use that initial preamble time over at the Slytherin channel just for me to have a quick break, and then we'll be into it and then just listen to all the various announcements. And as I say, I do want to get your votes and opinions in that sort of sense. So here we go. So Asgathras is saying, oh, sorry, I've mispronounced your name, saying I was in the beta. It's really a very good one. Okay, here we go. So Adrian is saying, what is this? This is RuneQuest Warlords. Now, let's just talk a little bit about RuneQuest. RuneQuest is a role-play system from the 1970s, I think, or 1980s. So it's fairly old, but still current. It's actually still, actually in development. There's still stuff that comes out for it. It's by Chaosium, is the actual publisher. It's been the same publisher since the start, and so they're actually behind this one as well. Like, so they're actually part of the I guess the structure of how this has all been put together. It's funny because it's very much RuneQuest from what I understand. I've never played RuneQuest as a tabletop, sort of, it's almost like it's a tabletop role-playing game, a bit like Dungeons and Dragons, or there's a few of them. Like I used to play Traveller, which is like I haven't heard anyone talk about that one for many decades. But anyway, that was sort of like a space-based one. And so RuneQuest is one that's actually based on sort of like a magical Bronze Age like area called Glorantha. So there's sort of like this massive world called Glorantha with different factions and different tribes and so on and so forth. So we end up with sort of like a prehistory, a sort of look at things where sort of not anything can happen. It's more grounded in reality than say Dungeons and Dragons. So that's sort of like the basis for it. But it is a party system, role-play system, from what I can actually understand. So it's actually not it's not like what we're looking at is actually a squad-based grouping of the actual, within the actual Glorantha world. And so we're sort of looking at the RuneQuest world, but with squad level rather than unit level. So I hope that you understand the difference. And that for me is probably going to be a bit of a disconnect for people who are coming in thinking it's going to be more of a like a Dungeons and Dragons style role play where you're just like looking after individual units. You're not. You're actually looking after small armies, and so small groups really. And it's actually, I've got to say, I quite like it. It's very much sort of very much lens from the Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector game as well. Like there's a lot of the same style. So if you enjoy Battle Sector, you'll enjoy this one as well. But this one does have like a lot more, I guess, magical ability. Like I know that in Battle Sector, you've got like different abilities, but this one actually extends upon that. So there's more to manage with your units in that sort of sense, particularly with your higher level units, and it goes from there. Also, the word Warlords, I thought, may actually sort of attract a lot of people. See, thinking of the old Warlord style games, this is much more I think a connection back to the hero system within the game itself, because there still are warlords or heroes that each faction actually does have. So maybe we'll start off. I was just trying to think of the best way of actually showing this. There's a lot in the game, like there's campaigns. There's only one campaign at the moment. I hope that there's going to be more content, and that is very, very cool. I've got to say, I really do quite enjoy the campaign. I've actually really liked because of the slow progression of and the slow build up and expansion of your forces. So I wanted to probably spend most of the time showing you that because that for me is actually where the game at the moment really, really shines. What I would love to see is for them to try to find a system where they could sort of do like skirmish campaigns would be, for me, an ideal mix, because skirmish, and we'll probably actually look at skirmish at the start, because that's actually where we can sort of have a bit of a look at what's going to be going on. But skirmish is, for me, a little bit flat, and just because of you've got access to everything. And it's one of the nice things about the campaign is you've got to build up, and I do quite like that build up effect. And each battle, then sort of you then take your army to the next battle, etc., etc. So one of the big things, maybe we'll start with army management, because army management is definitely where skirmish and multiplayer sort of sit. So they need to have like armies that they then can sort of go through it. So let's just start there. And you can sort of see down through here, we start off with 3 different armies in through this other side. These are the 3 different factions in the game. So I'll talk a little bit about how these all work. So Talistar, if I go back into here, Talistar is sort of like a Viking, type group.
Are watching us.
Yeah, they're going to have different sort of noises and things coming through. I'll just raise it up a little bit just so I can sort of be aware when it is actually talking. So so in this sense, they're sort of like Vikings, but also more, I don't know, sort of like not Vikings as well, because they've got like things like flying bulls and stuff like this. So they've got these sorts of like sky bulls, but they're very much, everything is sort of around lightning bolts and around sort of like lightning runes and sort of using shock damage and stuff like this. But the actual abilities of each unit really do sort of expand, and you can sort of see through, no matter which army I go and select, they're going to have like warlords, which is, they've got the 3 warlords here, which is why I think the game has been called Warlords, because this is the closest thing we have back to a role play system where we've actually got heroes in charge. Now the heroes are very, very powerful in the game, so they actually sort of do work a lot stronger than, for example, the other units. So as we sort of come back into the other units, these units here are very, very weak. For example, these shadow cats, which you sort of like, so these are sort of like pretty much sort of starting units. It's funny, you can sort of rotate them around to have a bit of a look to sort of see what they've got. But anyway, these are each of them has got like different abilities. What we'll do is we'll go and have a look more in depth at the actual abilities when we get into actually playing a game. But you build your own group. So the Talistar army is essentially the main protagonist that you then play as in the campaign. So you start off with this group, and so you become much more aligned to this particular group. So the Talistar are essentially sort of like a Viking style tribal group that they actually have backing through there. Again, the campaign does present this quite well. It sort of explains it very, very succinctly and very well when you do start that one. The Chaos Army is sort of like the very much the enemy of the group. So these are actually sort of like these are chaos. These are essentially going to be coming through with their own abilities. Now they've also then got their own sorts of leaders and things. So we've got a she is here like this sort of like a scorpion queen. You can see down through here. So if I go and click on Warlords again, I've still got 3 Warlords in this group as well. So we do actually have the same sort of style of approach where we've got like very, very powerful units. I'll just get rid of those chaos units that are in there. And I can then sort of just pop in. I'll just pop her in there just if I've only got one of them. But she is, and what you'll find often is that they'll actually have like very special abilities down the bottom through here. Now, when you build your army like this, there's no progression. So you're just deciding what you're going to progress to, rather than actually having to earn it. And that's what I like about the campaigns. I really enjoy needing to actually build up the armies and actually having to earn the upgrades. So Shadow Mega saying looks more Greek than Vikings. Yeah, it's not even Greek. It's more Mesopotamian, I think, like in terms of the Talistar. If we go back again, like the Talistar grouping, I think it's the bull that does it for me. Like this is very much a Mesopotamian sort of style god that you sort of expect to see, except that it's all around lightning bolts, and so it sort of feels like it's sort of like Thor. Sort of inspired aspects to it, but again, it's its own system, which is sort of quite interesting. Actually, I just saw Tiger's comment there. So he's saying Skyball, what the heck, and then he says Red Bull gives you wings. I love it. That's very, very clever. Well done. It's blue ball though in this case. So you've got these different units, and you can see down through here, it's only 190 points in through here. But if I go back to one of my other heroes, like for example, this is the main hero that we actually end up going into the game with. And so this one actually does have like standard weapons in through there, but then it's got like a wind sword and also like a wind shield, which then sort of become like a different type of protection. And this then will cost more, like 20 more than this one through here. And I can hover over that one to see the wind sword and shield is going to cost me plus 20 points for that one to then sort of go and work. So that's sort of the way it does work. And then he's got his own little abilities back and through here. Again, you don't have the progression system that you do in the base game. I really enjoy, in the campaign game. The campaign progression I really, really have enjoyed a lot. So we will spend a bit of time in there. Anyway, so we've got if we just get back out again so we've got the Talistar army, the Chaos army, and then we've got the Lunar Empire, and this is essentially sort of like the overlord ship of the world. Like this is sort of like the big empire in the middle, good or evil. Like it can sort of be either, really, with the way it sort of does work. And I was just playing with like just getting a force together. You do have certain points, and you do actually have different types of limits you can then have with your fights as well. So it's very much when you're playing skirmish or multiplayer, you will actually then choose what your point level will be, and then you'll need to build an army to those point levels. It's not difficult to do. So even like the game doesn't actually have like an auto builder. It does for the AI, but not for the human player. I sort of wish it did, like a random sort of a collection of different groups. Like if I go and click on this unit for example, he doesn't have any actual upgrades itself, but he does actually have very, very unique sort of abilities that sort of then do impact what does go on in the actual fights themselves. So the Lunar Empire is sort of like the overlord of the world. They're the ones who sort of like no one trusts them. As I said, can be good or evil. So, hi Sick, how you going? Is there a DasTactic on this one? I don't think we can rename the actual units. If we can, why not? But I don't think we can. So I'm going to say no at this point in time. So anyway, that's the 3 different factions. This is the faction, like the actual builder for the for fighting. Like if we go back in, but if I go into this is where it's very, very much like Battle Sector. So this system works very much like Battle Sector. In fact, I might just I'm thinking I might just build a Talistar army, just so you can sort of see the, because this is the one that we'll be most familiar with when we actually start to play the campaigns. So I'll just go in and quickly build one through here. Now we do actually have, so we've got the, this is, where's his name? He does have a name, but I don't think I can get multiple of them. Oh, I can.
Protecting the tribe, we give our children a future.
Yeah, we can. Okay. So in the actual campaigns, this is the main character that you are then using. So we can just sort of start to cobble together. Now I'm going to make this one into a 1500 army, just so middle of the road. Let's just go that way. So each of these have got like different abilities. So if we have a quick look at the cross, you've got the Warlords here, which are, and it just says down through here, powerful figures whose commanding presence drives nearby allies to greater fervour. So these actually have impact around them. Like there can be an air of effect, for example, around them that actually inspire their other units. So for example, we've got Leap and Tear. This is actually a really cool sort of spell. It's got a cooldown of 3. Command Warriors. This is just increases units' effectiveness within a chance to recover action points after killing an enemy model. There's a cooldown of 4 for that one through there. Stormwind Wave. This one actually sort of does damage, like a long range sort of damage wave that then comes through, but you've got to earn the ability to cast it in the actual through your actions in the actual fight itself. And then finally we've just got like Death Sentence in through here as well. There are other abilities though, which we're not seeing in here, because he actually also has, maybe it's just in the campaign, but he also has like an air of effect for any units that are around him within 2 hexes or 2 tiles of him. It's not a hex-based game; it's a tile-based game. So again, like Battle Sector. So I'll put him in like he's sort of like a melee fighter. We've then got the other sorts of things we have is then strikers. So the strikers are your sort of like higher level units. So these are like the households. What's interesting with these is that we end up with, like this one is the longsword, where it's got 1 attack, it's a melee weapon, accuracy is 80, armor penetration there is 4, so the armor penetration is important depending on who you're fighting on. This one here, the battle axe, is different. Like this one actually has got a tower shield, and the tower shield also then allows you then to use shield mastery, where you can sort of do different things. But if I go and click on this battle axe, this is like a different version, and so this one costs 20 points more to get these households with the battle axe. They no longer have the they no longer actually have the shield, so that shield weapon has gone, but they now actually have a spiked bowler's ranged attack, range 1 to 3, so they can actually fire this one off even at melee range. And so this one here is it applies slow on hit for 1 turn, so -1 movement point when it actually does hit another unit, and -20% evasion. So this one sort of just does a little bit of, so we can throw this one every turn. These ones only have 1 action per turn, whereas the heroes, the warlords, have 2 actions usually. So this is sort of like your, I guess, the backbone of your actual fighting power in the group. So you'll end up with a lot of these. These cost 185, so they're still fairly expensive. And then we actually have this next one over through here is the Stormwalkers, which I just can't get my head around, to be honest. So these have like got air slingshots at range 1 to 4, still 180 points. I haven't tried these yet, to be honest, because they just look too weird. I thought they'd be sort of skinny or something like that, but they're not thin, but yet they float around in the air and cast these sort of air spells. So you can sort of see there that we actually do have like an air ability through here. So why they're men in nappies? Yes, you're dead right. Yeah, nappy men. I just can't bring myself to put them in an army. Anyway, the next one we've got is the heavies. So these are sort of like your heavy hitting units, and this is our bull with wings. So we've got the sky bull back in through here, 190 points through there. No other abilities we can sort of go and add to that one. We also have this one through here, which is sort of like a this one's 220 points, which is has got sort of like air catapults, range 1 to 6, and also storm bracelets with melee. And so you can see down through here they've got like health points. Actually, I should point this out as well. All of them have got, this is the basic combat abilities of each unit. So you've got your hit points down through here, 300. This is your armor, so it's only got 1 armor compared to, for example, if I go and throw both of these in, these have got 5 armor on them. And if I go back into the longsword, it's actually, I think it's even got another +1 armor on top of that as well. It doesn't. I wish it would show up in here, but it doesn't actually show it up. So you've got sort of, you've got armor. You then also got evasion, like to be able to evade out of the actual fight. So if we go back to this particular one through here, this one's got 40 evasion, so it's going to be harder for units to hit it. So just the accuracy of enemy attacks based on the size and agility of the unit. Then we've actually got the magic resistance and also the magic defense. So essentially adjust the power of enemy magical abilities. So higher defense allows to deflect magic. So this one's got 20 there, but also 3 magic resistance. So reduces the damage taken from enemy magical abilities. So if we do have nappy men firing at this one, it's not going to do as much damage as if it's firing against the these guys here, which don't have as much magic resistance, as an example. The next one that we have down through here is action points. This is actually how many times they can move in their, how many times they can actually do something special in their turn. Whether they can be attacking or moving an extra distance or something like that one in through there. And this is your basic movement points down through there. So it's fairly simple the way that this all does work, but it becomes more nuanced in the actual in the combat itself. So if we go back to this one here, for example, like this one does actually have very strong armor, but it's actually got less. It's got negative evasion. It's not all that great with magic, so it doesn't have great magic sort of protection. But this one will actually have like 520 health points, and it will ultimately sort of then go and do more damage itself, like when it does actually hit. So the next one we have is the skirmishers, and so we have like these characters in through here. So they actually have just come in with these sword sticks, which is just melee range. And then they have other abilities in through there as well, where they can charge, they can disengage, they're flying, so they can sort of do different things. They can move over obstacles. So these are essentially almost like scout type units, only 60 hit points, so very, very weak in comparison to the others. And then finally we have just the infantry, if I just go and click on them. So the infantry is... these are only 75 points to bring a militia unit in. Again, only 60 hit points. They do have a little bit of armor. These are also what you'll find will be backbone units. You'll actually end up with a fair few of these in your armies. These actually do have like a throwing javelin. We can change the weapons though, and actually bring this. So the blue javelin is by default, but we can bring down so it's just got a short sword, so it can't actually make use of the actual javelin. So we lose the range ability of that particular unit. So you can, and this is what I quite like this, because you've then got to really think: do I put such a weak unit as a frontline unit, knowing that they're going to be basically cut to pieces, or do I try to protect them with, for example, these guys here, which have got 150 hit points and a lot more armor, just for their mundane attacks, and then we try to do things with if we get attacked by magical stuff, we then have to do something different. So to put these sorts of things together, I'll just go back and just deselect all of those, and we'll just throw together a quick grouping. So we'll start off with one of these heroes. So this one actually, I'll add more if I need to at the back end of it. We also then have a high priestess. And so what she has here is a runic longsword. So she also just does melee attacks, but she can see down through here again, she's got good sort of skills. She also has a lot of these other abilities. So wind warp, restore health. So she's sort of like a healer. Actually, that's going to be useful. In you go. So we'll get her in there as well. So I've already used up a third of my points just by putting these two in. Then we have the chieftain. It can either be a great sword or a blessed great sword, so only 10 points more for that one through there. Again, just doing a little bit more accuracy, I think. Yeah, a bit more, the accuracy goes up. But again, good protection, reasonable magic protection, 600 hit points. What have you got? There's only 540, but with better protection overall. So let's not bring her in. Let's bring in at least one or two of those. Let's bring in two of those to start with. We'll leave the nappy men out of it. Let's bring in one of these guys. That's 220, so we're up to 1,000 points already. I would like to bring the bull in. That's 190. We'll just try that one. Try a skirmisher as well. And really then we've just got the crappy units, so we'll just go and fill it up with crap.
We gather the spoils.
So we're up to 1490 now, and again, if I go and click on these, oh, hang on, these have come through I need the javelins. So that's 1500. This one here doesn't have javelins. I don't think I can sort of change anything else in through here just to sort of get my points up or down. Yeah, it's plus 20 there. So we don't have much in the way of melee, sorry, much in the way of range units. We do have this one here with the air catapult. These heroes as well, by the way, have got 2 actions, so very much like Battle Sector again. Let's just go that way and see how we go. So let's just go and save this one up through here. So it's one of the weird things as well is you can't put a space in this. So if I go to DAS space, it doesn't do the space, and I don't know why. Why doesn't it allow spaces? So anyway, that's a strange sort of thing that happens in through there. If I just go back out, so we now actually have the DAS Talistar army. Hang on, that's actually still at 14. No, that's okay. It says 1490, so there's something wrong there. Anyway, let's go in and I'll show you skirmish mode just so you can sort of see what that one's like. Actually, I might even show you, just go straight into campaign mode, and then we'll come back to skirmish and use this army in the skirmish mode if that's okay. So we'll go back into, now the campaign, I might just quickly show you what that looks like just so you get a bit of a feel for the backstory, just with the cutscene. It doesn't go for very long. So I'll just leave this one. This is actually the when you do start a campaign, you've got your different difficulty levels in through here. What these tend to do is to impact what you have down this other side. So for the campaign I'm playing, I'm just playing with medium enemy reinforcements, but with AI difficulty on hard. So I've gone I've gone high level there, which then makes this custom. If I click on hard, that's high and high in through that side. But if I go back to I just wanted to sort of test the game out, but you can sort of go back from low, medium and high through there. Other abilities you have is increased enemy battle rush gains. Now this is actually, the battle rush is how you then accumulate points that you can then sort of apply in specific ways during the battle itself. So you're trying to sort of always do things that will actually give you more of these battle rush gains, which we'll have a look at that when we get into the game itself. Weapon upgrade costs, so we've got these in through there. The requisitions are halved, so this is actually this is when it's in hard mode. If we just go back to normal mode, just have a bit of a look at it in through there. So what this is actually the bit of the game that I really liked, which is actually the upgrade system in the game. And so you've got the requisitions, essentially how you upgrade your stack over time. The last chance revive HP, I'm not sure what that actually is. I'm guessing that's for your hero. And reduced army cap points, none. So you can actually reduce your cap points, so you just can't have as big an army if you are trying to nerf what you're going to be doing when you go up against the AI. Reduced fame token rewards in through there as well, reduced battle rush and cult rune gains. So these are all things within the actual game itself, and units provide cover in through there as well. So you can actually have like melee units standing in front of range units, etc., etc. So this is actually pretty cool, like the actual thing that we actually have through there. Let's just go and launch it, and so I'll just go back to normal, and I won't play this one. I'll play where I'm up to. I'm just going to go no to the tutorial.
Talistar, a realm of deep forests and rocky highlands. This land is home to the Orlanthi, a bronze-forged people rooted in the Hold. A time-worn fortress of legend, fierce in battle. They revere Orland, master of storm and thunder. The Billings story is one of blood and battle. From the wilds, the brew come to slaughter and defile. From the south, the Lunars march hungry for conquest. And there, between the clans themselves, there is no unity. The old king of the Billings, Eric Norlson, was a weak ruler. His mind was ensnared by the rich gifts and honeyed words of the lunar diplomats. Eric Norlson's dealings with the Lunars led him to his death. The mighty priestess of Orlanth accused him of weakness and killed him in an honored duel. With the king's fall, the throne of the Billings was left abandoned. But the crown could not remain without an owner for long. The two prominent contenders stepped forward. The first, Hakon the Swimmer, is a leader woven into the highest circles of society. The other, Halgrim Ironsword, a hardened warrior and staunch adversary of both Empire and Chaos. So, the story of Halgrim Ironsword shall begin.
No Orlanthi hunter would leave their quarry like this. There is something else in these woods. Something more sinister.
So essentially when you start, like that's the backstory. I won't play this. This is sort of the tutorial. So I'll just go back out to the main menu. And what we'll do is we'll have a look at the where I'm up to in the campaign. So I'll just go and load in the... where did we get to? Just trying to find the last one that I did. I think this one here. So this is the overmap that we sort of then get to see, and I'll just have a bit of a look around on this particular map just so you can sort of see what's going on with it. So this is the campaign. This is really the main focus of the game, is what you then do in the campaign. And as I said this before, but I really hope that they find a way to make it meaningful, to actually have like a system where you can actually play like a procedural campaign and not just done this way. If you fight in a location, for example, I've already done like The Way Home, which is that tutorial. I've done the Holders on Fire, which is actually where they come back to that big castle and they find that the sort of like the king is gone essentially, or the leader that was there is gone, and so Halgrim is now moving on to try to chase down the chaos forces that were attacking. In this case, we've actually got ourselves an army from the previous attacks, so I'll show you those as well, which I really like the way that they've got the army management and hero upgrade system here is so much better than the skirmish and multiplayer way of doing it. Again, I'm not sure how they could do that with multiplayer type situations, but it really is something where there's a where it sort of works fairly well in the campaign, and it would be great to have that done procedurally. Just read a few more of the comments. So, Shadow Mega saying, meditating, tanning, elderly, nude enjoyers. There we go. And Shadow Mega saying, Lunars, I knew it. And the Nox General saying, the king became a nappy man, yes. And BSS Gaming saying, how's you doing, Daz, in chat? I hope you're doing well. And Shin is saying, greetings from California. There we go. So we're getting people from all over the place. So anyway, this is where we're up to. So I can go in and play this particular one. I've got army management. I've also got hero upgrades. And this is, again, where I think that this aspect of the game really shines for me. It's like it works very well. So if we have a bit of a look, what I've done is I've got an army here where slowly I get the army points up to, like I can have up to 650. And I can have up to 10 units in my actual army. And so these are progressing from fight to fight all the way through. So we've got Halgrim in through here. So this is Halgrim in through this other side. You'll notice that he doesn't have all these other abilities that we saw with the others, which is actually really cool. So there's more stuff in this particular screen, which I really like. And so all I can actually bring in at this stage are bringing in more of the households. And again, I don't actually have the big battle axe at this stage. All I've got is just the basic swords with the shield. So that's all we actually have for those. They have their own ability of leap and also shield mastery. So they've got those two abilities there. But it's much more approachable, I guess, for the way it does work through the campaign. So when you're actually playing multiplayer or skirmish, you've got everything all at once, and I wish you didn't. It would be so cool to be able to have like a cut down version of what you can then go and do. So what we end up having is we've got those. This has got a cooldown. I can only get one of these every 2 turns, every two times I come back in. So what I've done is I've allocated one I've gotten one, I think, previously. Actually, I think I might have somehow got 2. I think we picked one of them up in the last fight. So these are progressing from the previous stack. And then I can bring these back in as well whenever I want militia. But again, I don't actually have the. I've only got the blue javelin versions of these guys where they can actually then sort of throw it. So I've got 2 of those in the army. So the army is very, very basic at this point in time. I don't have abilities to go and get all those other special things. That will just slowly be introduced to me through the course of the campaign, which again I really quite like. I can have my main army down through here, which where I sort of go and put in the forces that I want. I do actually have Halgrim himself. And in the previous, it's not much of a spoiler, but in the previous thing that we then went and did, we then ended up picking up this character in through here as well, who is actually an Empire unit. So we've actually got an Empire unit that decided to fight with us. This is Halkyn. So we've got Halgrim and Halkyn. I don't know why they didn't change the name to something completely different. Hey, who knows? I don't know why. But they said that was just one of the decisions that was made. Back in the reserves, these, I'm not bringing these back in, but you'll see there that different groups, like this one's now been completed into 2 missions. And so this then slowly increases what they can then go and do. Like if I have a look at these cats, for example, so they've got mastery ×2 because they've completed 2 missions with the unit. And so we've got +2 accuracy, +2 magic power, and +2 critical chance. So they end up getting better and better as they, like the more that they actually are in the actual fights. So we've got 2, we've got 1 in through there. This one hasn't been, I've just brought this one in. I don't know why I brought that one in. Anyway, that was, he's actually in there as well. And then I've just got these other units. Now, I do actually have requisition points somewhere. Yeah, this is actually, sorry, I've got the requisitions down through there. I can get 1 more unit, but I'll let that one accrue at this point in time. So we've got the, and these actually do, these ones I can get for free whenever I feel like it. These ones require requisitions, but we'll get more and more of these over time as we sort of progress through the actual, through the game itself. So Halgrim is our, is free. It doesn't cost us any points. Same with Halkyn. These are both warlords, and then we've actually then got our households, etc., etc. So we can then sort of see that these are where the points then sort of get allocated. We've got 3 of those and 2 of these, which is sort of what we're sort of operating with. All right, let's just go back out again. That's the army management screen, which I really, really like, I've got to say, but I just wish it was more meaningful for skirmish and for multiplayer. And then the hero upgrades. This is also really, really cool. And so this is actually where I can go to either of my heroes, and as I achieve different things, like I then get fame tokens, and so these fame runes essentially can then be spent on the various upgrades for my heroes. So I've already sort of upgraded this one to have the leap that we sort of saw. Like the other one, everything was unlocked pretty much, but this one here we've got leap. And then I've also unlocked Bringer's Fleetfoot into here as well. So this one's again got the movement, but I don't have anything that's just 1 point. They're all like 2 fame cost all the way through. That one's 5 fame cost to get that one there. So I can start to save up the points if I needed to. So that's his progression. Like that's the unique progression there for Halgrim. And then we've got the unique progression here for Halkyn. Halkyn Var Enkorth is in through here as well. So he actually, I've unlocked this one through here where he ends up getting +15 evasion, just so we can start to get like the poison catalyst, etc. So he can actually then start to also level up over time. So he sort of has come to join us. Now, one of the worst things which in the game, which you'll actually find we'll be looking at pretty much now, because we're going to go into and fight, is the voiceovers. They're terrible, I got to say. They're really, really bad. They are for the not for Halkyn.
This detour will mean Wu under my escape.
Going to war without Orlanth's blessing is a mistake, Lunar.
So be it. If a shrine is thy need, a shrine we shall seek. And by the way, my name's Halcyon. I'll let you into the city. Can I at least count on that?
I hope that's loud enough.
Names are earned, not given, man of the Empire. Yet your words are heard, and in time, you may find honor in my eyes.
So, for whatever reason, the Telstar people have speak American. The Empire speaks British. It's funny. I don't mind British sounds for that sort of stuff, but like it's sort of like when you've got like New World inflections to things. I sort of was hoping that it would be much more either like something a bit more Norse in just its sort of like the inflections that are presented. So I do find that disconnect annoying for me. So I don't know. I think I may have even turned down. I'll just go back out again. Actually, I can proceed. I think. No, I'll just go back and. Which way shall I do it? I'll just go back out. And can I change the? Yeah, the voice of. I'll put the voice up to full. I found it really, really annoying. Just the you'll see that when we get into it. It's very one-dimensional in so many different ways, and that's probably the weakest part of the game. So I'm hoping that they add other things to it. The voice acting is fine. It's just the inflections, just the American inflections for the actual main group that we're using. Just for me, there's a massive disconnect. I don't know if you guys sort of feel the same or not. Isn't that pronounced Halcyon? Like I'm not sure. Sorry, Finn. And Lord Manji saying Glorantha is a very interesting setting, but also overwhelming. Yeah, it's big. It's very, very big. In fact, if we just go back out, again, we'll just go back into load game again. And Will of the Wind, and load. So, so the Talistar, these are the Talistar regions in the top through here that we actually sort of have. So there's different sorts of things, like there's, looks like there's trolls up through that side. It's a really nice little sort of system, the way it sort of has been worked out, like with everything going on. These are, I think, the Chaos Lands. I'm not sure where the Empire is. So this is Dorastor and Talistar map. This is actually very, very specific to the actual region. It's a beautiful looking map, actually. It's a very good looking game, I've got to say, like all the way through. Anyway, let's just go back into here.
Malcolm, we're heading to one of your temples.
Is that better? That voice?
Aren't you afraid that this detour will mean...
Anyway, let's proceed. The game looks good, like it's a good looking game. All right, so army deployment. So we now actually have this is actually now the meat and potatoes of the game itself. So we're coming into a region back in through here by the looks, where we're going to have to sort of move our way into this region that won't have anything else in it. There's something going on there. Waterfall down there won't come into it. We do actually have then a group up this way as well, like where there's some sort of that's our god, I think. So this is actually a temple to our god. And there's some of the guys. So obviously we're going to be recruiting them after this next fight, I think. So they'll actually sort of come into what we're doing. Have a bit of a look around, so we just get a bit of a feel for what we can then go and do. There's a road that leads down that way. It does lead off to this other side as well. And back down into sort of where we can see things down this way. So which way is going to be the fastest way up there? Probably going to be the right-hand way, actually. We'll err on the side of going to the right, I think. So we then actually have to then place our units, and again we've got the various forces. They all look serviceable. Like they're pretty cool the way it sort of does work. Now, in terms of it being a role play game, this is also where I think that people will sort of be, if you're used to playing the Rune Quest sort of role play system, you're probably more thinking that you're going to be playing in little teams like this. And I don't know if the system caters for like squads, but this is really a squad level game with some heroes thrown in, rather than a hero game where they're all going through as a party. So that is sort of something that is quite different, and that may be a bit of a disconnect for people who are used to the system, but I'm really not sure. Should I make a saying? Well, I suppose it's hard to innovate when you're pressured by overlords to release super profitable games instantly and ask for no pay. But so far, this all looks like Fantasy General game from decade ago. Let's see the implementation in this. You might do the same thing, but with your own. It's not. It doesn't remind. It's very much like Battle Sector. Like it's got the Battle Sector sort of treatment to it, but it doesn't remind me of Fantasy General at all. When was Fantasy General? That wasn't that long. It wasn't a decade ago. It was more recent than that. I can't remember how long ago that one did come out. So anyway, we're going to be wanting to rush down one side, and we may need to block another side. I don't know if we'll end up being forced down this way. So I'm going to keep, certainly going to keep, I'm going to swap these over. I'll keep Halgrim there. I'll keep him with the households. Then down through here we do actually just have militia at the back. 2 other household units there. let's go and flip them over as well, and we'll just have these to have a bit of a look down the side as well. So I'll sort of keep those 3 to go this way, and then these 4 to try to break their way up this way. That's all we need to do there. There's nothing else we have to really sort of set up in this instance, so we'll just go and confirm.
Scouts have returned.
So you can see there the Empire.
Bring.
Well, it seems your temple has been attacked by chaos. Mostly marauders, but I believe I saw a couple of shamans. There are 2 paths leading to the temple. One is wide, but heavily defended. The other is narrower and may take longer to pass through.
Forward. We'll choose a path when we get there.
All right, so we'll have to choose our path now. So choose a path to Orlanth. I can actually then press V to just have a look at the actual what the objective is. So we have to choose our path now, I think. Yeah, depending on what we end up coming up against. So this one here, if it's going to be less defended, I will actually go that way. So we have to choose one side or another. Okay, so that's fine. We can just, again, we can click on any unit and sort of move them off. And I can click multiple times. You can sort of see through here, again, when we have a look at what these households can then go and do. 4 movement points, 1 action point. If I move to the extreme, like that's -4 MP, -4 movement points to there. And then that's -1 action point. So I can move beyond my movement. But I don't have to go, I can actually just do it, like I can go and grab this one, just right click. And I've still got 3 movement there, so I can still do things and still keep on moving. So I don't have to, push it out too much.
Yes, there.
Oh, there we go. So we're now seeing there's a lot more chaos units down this other side. So I don't know what these little up and down arrows are. I'm not sure what they actually are. So I can't do much with these stag riders. So the stag riders are chaos. And we can then sort of see, if I click on any unit, and so I can go even double click on those, I think, can I? No, I get the information down here anyway. These are their abilities down this other side. If I use the leap, it says it takes 0 action points. So I can push this one forward and jumps 2 to 5 tiles forward, ignoring terrain. So I can actually bring that one up into what we're doing. So if I bring this one into here, I can take the movement points there, but this leap, this one here is sort of interesting as well. This leap and tear, sort of it does chew up, it jumps 2 to 5 tiles, damaging nearby units on landing. The boost next attacks. The leap expends new movement points, but gains extra air movement and death. So it doesn't tell me there what the actual movement, +1 movement point for the jump. So I'm going to need to, if I go and use that, there is actually I can actually then go and use it to jump in as well, to get him actually fighting. Who else can I move in to do that?
We are the shield of the tribe.
So the households can move to there and then jump in as well. And it says that the jump doesn't take up any action points. It's funny, I thought it actually did. It says +1 movement point for the jump. So I think I need to actually have 1 movement point left over. So I need to have 3. And then the jump goes, in this case, 2 to 5. Well, let's go and do that.
Take this position.
Let's go and start this one and just sort of test to see if this one does actually then go and work. So I can do a leap into here.
Get there.
Now it did use up the action point, which is not what we want. So I'm going to go and do the same deal here. Well, in fact, I might as well leave the leap because it's got a cooldown, and move in, because if I do it, even though it says there's no action points, it does take up that action point. So I'm just going to move up into that position. That's then going to mean that the others are also going to have a bit of a struggle. Now this one's got 2 action points left over at the back end of it. I do actually have a poison dart, which is 1 action point. This one is a range of 3. So if I go to there, 1, 2, 3, I can actually reach that one. So let's go and move up there.
See what's there.
And we can then use this one here, the poison darts.
Hope you have a good poison resistance.
So it doesn't do any damage at the start, but it has now got this one now has got poison in it. Don't know if it'll... Yeah, there we go. Poisoned dart. So plus 70 damage magical at the end of the turn. Expires in 2 turns. So if I go back to this one again, I can't actually do that one there. So I can't really sort of go and do it. So I'm just going to go and... so I've still got one more action point, I think. Yeah, I've still got one more action point. I'm going to move him up. And just get him ready for the next attack. Halgrim. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get him into there, he will then do some damage. So that's going to be... so he can move up to 5. So if that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just move to there. So only two action points to there. I can then make use of the leap, which will then get me... I can even move up into there, which I think I'll do. So leap and tear. This one's a bit wasted because it is going to be doing damage when it does land, unlike these guys.
Death from above.
Your arrows
Bang.
will be silenced.
Oh, I didn't realise we do friendly fire as well. So he's actually come in and done some damage to these and also done damage to his own guys. I didn't realise that actually happened. And so in this case now we've still got... Oh, we've got no more action points. So his action points are now all gone as well.
We are ready.
These we can bring back up.
Stay together.
And these have got a range of 3. So we can actually now start to hit these as well. I'll just go after these other guys. Bit of damage done, which is good.
For our people.
This one can't really get there, and we've still got these as well.
Yes, they.
So I'm going to keep them. There's no point really rushing in with these just yet. And we might just watch.
We are ready.
These are weak, but I do want to just sort of see if there's anything else up this way that we need to contend with. I'll just sort of keep that one back there. And one thing as well, like if I press the M key, you sort of see that the actual, what they can see is very much... like they need to be pointing in the right direction to be able to see behind them. So that, for me, is ideal just to watch their pass with what we're actually seeing through there. This is quite interesting to sort of see this. Just go and press map again. So in this case, I don't need that one to do anything. I can just go and... the other thing I've got is I can just tab between different units that can still move. He's the only one. So I can just press the tab key or just end the turn. I'll just end the turn here. Some of your actions, yes, we'll just go and say yes for that one.
Come, spawn of Ted. Approach.
Oh, here comes
and
the...
I shall unleash upon you the full fury of Orlanth.
Is that a Texan accent I detect?
Not save you, but he will not waste his power for the likes of you.
So obviously we're going to be trying to rescue her. Oh, there we go. Bull with wings.
Are we really needed here? Looks like your Orlanth favours the priestess a fair bit.
That's Kettle Wide-Eye. Few are as devoted to Orlanth as she is. Though sometimes her zeal goes too far. But to answer you, Lunar, helping another Orlanthi cleanse chaos is always a worthy task. Protect the priestess!
Your arrows will be silenced by the storm.
I just can't get over the voices. I'm sorry. Like the voiceovers in games really have a big impact on me, which is not good. Now, unfortunately, we've used our jumping ability, and what I probably should do is actually restart and actually not do the jumps, because I'm going to need them to get in behind these guys. You can see there the poison is now taking effect, which is good. I think I'll actually do that, actually, because we've now used up 2 jumps, and So I might just do a restart, if you don't mind, and we'll just sort of go from there. So Grenbork is saying, is the battle mechanic from Panzer General / Fantasy General? It's much more from Battle Sector, I think. It certainly reminds me very much of Battle Sector, the way it sort of does play out. So I'm going to restart because I have now got the cooldown with the jumps, whereas you can see through here, this turn would be ideal for jumping. And you know where I screwed up? Was that I was showing that we can do one turn at a time, and then I did two. If I had just done one, that would have been all I needed to do. I would have then seen what they were doing. We could have then sort of set up properly. So I'm going to go back out. We're going to go to the main menu. Yes, and we'll save scum. So we'll load the game again. So manual save, there we are. Dark Fog Dance isn't too bad, but it is very accentuated with barely any other sound effects. The only thing to focus on. I may have turned that off. Let me just have a look and see. There was this is sound. I'll bring the sound effects up. There was an annoying one that I did turn off. I'll bring them all up to 100. I'll leave the music down. There was something that really was annoying at one point where I did turn that one right down. Just click on done.
Right, Algrim, we're heading to one of your temples, right?
Oh, here we go. The recruit is to recruit the Skyball.
Did they escape?
You're going to get 3 fame tokens.
Without Orlanth's blessing is a mistake, Lunar.
We got 650.
If a shrine is thy name.
Dark Game saying annoying SFX too, so well, not that great then. How's the music? I tend to turn music off in games just from habit, because of what happens on YouTube with it. So we'll just go and do that again. Again, I'm just going to go and put, now that I know where they are, I can just do it this way. I'll keep you, actually I will swap those two over. We'll go this left hand side. There we are. We'll move you up. Why can't we move you? Not sure why these are locked. Anyway, that'll do us. Confirm.
Scouts have returned.
What news do you bring?
Well, it seems your temple has been attacked by chaos. Mostly marauders, but I believe I saw a couple of shamans. There are 2 paths leading to the temple. One is wide, but heavily defended. The other is narrower and may take longer to pass through.
Forward.
The Warlord voiceovers have been good, but you'll find
Hey,
these militia guys are really annoying. They're shockers. There we are, seeing a unit there, Brew Marauders.
victory is with us.
So there's those other 2. And again, I think what we'll do is we'll actually now invite them in.
My talents are at your service.
Why is that? That's 1, 2. I think this guy's in the way.
Shield of the tribe. Take this position.
So 1 from there, 1, 2, 3. Yep. So I can do the damage. That's 2 actions to use that. The reason it's taking 2 points is because it's got to go around this immovable object. So if there's nothing around it, it can actually then do the diagonals, but otherwise it can't. I'll just go that one. Funny, it says -1 action point. Actually, that one's still. It's now out of range. Oh, it's the cooldown for it. That's what it is.
Yes, they. Get there.
Now this one does actually have shield mastery, so in this case it's going to increase its defenses but by sacrificing movement points. Now I don't think I can actually do it properly. So target self, we end up with less damage being received. So I can't actually do it because I needed to keep one more back.
We are the shield of the tribe.
Again, I can only move up. I'll just get everything ready for leaping.
With thunder. At once.
Let that one go out. This one will be targeted. Like this Halgrim will actually end up being targeted by the enemy usually.
Yes, they. Get there.
Just move these out.
We are ready.
Just leave him up in the middle here.
Move.
I'm not sure if these will come back down. Broom Marauders, there we are. Let's end our turn here.
Come, spawn of Ted. Approach. And
That's
I
not good
shall
voice acting.
unleash upon you the full fury of Orlanth.
Your God shall not save you, pet. He will not waste his power for the likes of you.
Are we really needed here? Looks like your Orlanth favours the priestess a fair bit.
That's Kettle Wide-Eye. Few are as devoted to Orlanth as she is. Though sometimes her zeal goes too far.
Here we go.
But to answer you, Lunar, helping another Orlanthi cleanse chaos is always a worthy task. Protect the priestess!
So we're going to have to clean off both sides. They may be coming into charge. So they've been able to bypass us.
I'm not that easy to knock down.
That was a big hit, actually. We missed. So they throw axes, the brew. So even after you have your action, you can still keep on moving if you've got movement points, and they missed again. So he's the one with the good evasion. So that's the poison now taking effect.
Shield of Orlanth.
And so we're certainly stag riders here. These guys here are going to be a bit of a pain. So I can actually fire at these and then start to move back into the other support, which I think is what I'll do. I do actually have bring us Fleetfoot. Increases units movement by sacrificing accuracy and defenses. So I can actually go further. I can move further with these. Again, if we want to sort of see, the Broom Marauders have got they've got poor evasion, goodish armor, 4 movement points themselves. Their weapons are that they can use the hand axe, which does a lot of damage, and they get 2 shots with that one, so 2 attacks with the hand axe. They also have well, this is us with the throwing javelin. I thought they could actually throw that as well. Don't know if it'll show it down there. This is actually our attack because we've got this one selected. They're Broom Marauders as well. This one here is actually using a heavy Kopesh. So it's a different type of weapon for that particular one. So we can sort of see the difference with what they're actually wearing. Which one did the throwing? It was these guys back in here, I think. Here we go. So this Marauder here has actually got the hand axe and the throwing axe. Yeah, it was this this overall noise, this grunting noise, did my head in. Yeah, this one's got defensive abilities, I think, from where it's been positioned. I don't think we get to see it though, which would be nice to sort of see why it's got better defense. These ones do as well. They've all got the same symbol. This one here doesn't. Oh, sorry. It's from the perspective of this unit. Yeah. So this one does actually have. It's out of range, but also does have protection from where it actually is. So I think what we'll do is we will actually use the throwing javelin, and we'll just start to sort of whittle this one down.
Odela, guide our spears.
That was good. That was effective. Did a fair bit of damage there. And we just now need to start to move back away from where these guys can get to. So we know that they can move at 4, which means they'll be going to be able to close the gap. So let's now move this one back. Now, one of the other interesting things about this is you can see where the attack is going in. So this one is now engaged with this one through here. And so they're both engaged, but this one is just, its facing is on this side. Now, around the actual unit itself, I'm not sure what that is going on there. Stag coordination will not trigger zone of control attacks. Expires in 1 turn. So this is how it snuck through. So I should have actually had a really good look to see what this one could do. This one's also got it as well, and it does have the poison effect on it. If I try to move this unit out, it actually can move out, which is actually good, because I want it to also then throw the javelin. So it's not quite. This one here is not really a big problem. I don't think it's going to trigger the attack. It should do though. It's funny. It should actually show that it's going to be triggering an attack there. They will attack back if I do attack it directly. I can just do this one through here to hit. I think because they're engaged. They're not actually engaged with this one. They didn't do the attack. Now we've got all of these different units as well that can start to now move on up. So that one there is range. Again, I should be able to then do more damage with this. There seems to be a disconnect there between. I can actually. That one's out of range. That doesn't make sense. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong guy selected.
Need a scout?
Yeah, its ability is on cooldown. That's okay. Sorry, I still had that one selected. So we're going to have to use melee attacks. Now we've got most of our strong melees are in here.
The shield of the tribe.
So I can sort of bring these in. Now one of the interesting things is if I do that one, see how there's like a little arrow that points back? This one's, because we're rushing forward, it's going to then be able to do a counter-attack back with us. So, but the battle rush, actually we do have a battle rush there. If I go straight this way, sorry, no, that does work that way. This is the one. If I go and do this one through here, see how we're getting like a battle rush, but they're going to stop us from moving through, so they are going to be able to attack back. So we should be able to battle rush most of these. Let's go and bring this one through here.
Destroy these spawns of corruption.
So a little bit of damage coming back our way.
Yes, they.
These guys, see how this one, now we're moving 3 through here. There's no retaliation attack with that one through there. That one there is, like, because we have to then stop, and so that one will retaliate. This one cannot retaliate, so we can actually then go and do. This is sort of like a special attack. Also, we do actually have other abilities as well. So these are like, we've got a striker, we've got the tower shield, we have the mastery in through here, and we have the warlord's fervor. We also should be picking up the battle rush trait. And so what we get with this one is the unit gains +5 bonus battle rush at the end of their turn for moving at least 3 tiles away from their starting position. So as long as we move 3, at the moment we're on 0 because we only moved 2 last time. This one here is on 0 as well. But if I now rush this one, that's only going to be still only 2. See how we go. It's overwhelming. We did move into that spot. So that's now sort of, there was no retaliation attack there, and that's now used up its attack. That should be enough for that one. And this one will retaliate. But I can move this one back up, but then we end up with the battle rush. We've got 13 per model. So we're going to end up doing we've got 15, 20 and 26 left over with those shaman. The stag riders I do want to finish off.
With thunder.
I'm going to have to go back this way, I think, with Halgrim. I do actually have the leap and tear movement, but these guys are keeping us locked down. So we're locked down both ways.
Hey!
That one will retaliate. It's funny because I'm not getting the symbol there. I'll just take it out.
Move there. Move,
Yeah, that was fine. We got out of there okay.
Hit him hard.
We will pluck your eye.
Only one of them got hit.
Skull for that.
And we'll start to now move back as well, just to cater for the units that are going to come in behind us.
Stay together.
So that militia, and then facing is really important. So you've got to make sure that you do turn your facing to present at least. You can see there, this is actually the action points. If someone comes, actually even there, we've still got that one covered as well. So it just keeps us covered. So we need to hit this one pretty hard. And I can move that one straight through. I do have two actions. I'm going to hit this one once.
You won't feel a thing.
Pain is the price.
That's interesting. We overwhelmed that one. And now see how it's actually now freed up this one. It's now the attack is going back that way. So we've still got two attacks here as well. Let's go and finish these off with Halgrim.
Pain is the price.
And we still have one more action point. So we no longer have a threat coming from behind as long as I attack this one. This one will retaliate.
Pain is the price for greatness.
And we now actually have, this is now the engagement through this other side.
Intelligence officer ready.
We've still got movement and we still actually have one more action point here. So I'm going to go and take this one through up into here and try to finish off these guys.
I'll try to make this quick.
There we go. That's good. So just those heroes did the damage there. Now I can bring this one in to try to protect these other units. So I think or I could take it back out to look after the rear, or I could actually hit it this way. So I've got a battle rush there where I can hit it in the flank. And I do get a hit there as well. And this is a full-on battle rush. This, you can see with that arrow from there, we no longer have any problem, and it's a full-on attack. We don't have it here, so we have a much stronger attack here. Let's go and smash our way through.
Let them face Humak.
And this should push this one back. No, it didn't. But that's now engaged. This one is engaged, but it could switch now back to this one here and get a flanking shot. We still have one more move, but if I move off, this one's going to get the shot on me, so I really can't do anything else there.
Victory is with us.
All right, let's go and tab and see who else can still move. Okay, cool. She's got another move as well. And we've still got this guy as well. Let's have a look at the Sky Bull and see what it can actually then go and do. So it has Bull Rush. So this is a charges towards a target, dealing damage to everyone in the way. The charge expends movement points but grants extra movement and beast for however that one works. The target is the enemy, it can harm allies. Okay, that's interesting to know. Range 7, targets in the way, accuracy 100. Does a bit of damage, so it's not too bad, I guess. If we go and use that one, no, I can't use it. The Warhorns is just a melee action. This one here has got 520 hit points. Now if I move that one in, that's going to then block that one in as well. So let's just go back for the Shaman, the Brew Shaman. Oh, nice. Now it is facing the wrong way. So it faces in there. That was his one action point that it actually had.
There are only two truths. The will of Orlanth and the law.
Okay, she can charge in. So she does actually have the runic longsword, which will then put damage on this one through here. She also has the Wind Guard action, adds a layer of protection that diminishes physical attacks on the target. She does have 440 health points. I'm not really too concerned. And we can do restore health. Performs magical ritual to heal wounds and removes poison effects, healing all models in the unit evenly. So we'll try that one eventually, but let's just go and do the charge.
This world will be better without you.
Yeah, the voice acting with her isn't that greatest. She's got one more action, so in you go again. The enemy's now out of range. So we now have to sort of move around the other side. Let's just go and do
The
that.
path is clear.
Not see anything else up that way. I think I might just keep watching that side. This now becomes the where we have to get to. So if I press V, it will now take us to that location. So that's where we need to sort of get up to, and we're just rushing now to try to get the units back up along here. All right. Yeah, the voice lines aren't great. Yeah, it's sort of funny that these games they just don't. Just trying to think of games where, like the Warhammer ones, I do like Battle Sector. Really done a great job of their voice acting all the way through. I think it's really, really well done. Whereas the same developer from Battle Sector actually did Battlestar Galactica, and the voice acting in that was terrible. It's sort of funny, but the Battle Sector's got, I reckon, amongst the best voice acting that I've ever heard. Like, it's really, really good. Just funny how, different games do things differently, and some of the voice acting in this is very, very good, and others just isn't that great. I guess this one is very much story driven, so it is sort of like, particularly the campaign. So the actual talking is important, but yeah, it's just some of it's not good, and also the grunting. Just that's why I turned the sound effects off. To be honest, it was just all you hear is rah 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 the whole time. There we go. All right, who can still move? She's still got an action point. Wind Guard. Yeah, I'll just throw that on her. Actually, that can be placed anywhere, can't it?
Fear neither arrows nor swords.
Just get that one protected, and we will then just get the facing down.
Pray to Orlanth, the God King.
Actually, I'll face it this way. All right, that's done. We'll end our turn. One got hit. Each unit matters as well, like the actual units. The units count for their attacks. Trying to move out of the zone of control, and so we do get a shot there. And it's trying to move out as well, so I can then do attack, but we missed it. And we're doing big damage against that guy. We'll have to heal him.
These are our lands, stranger. You are not welcome here.
So these have to melee because we saw what they had inside them.
We will find you.
It's trying to move through the zones of control. So there's extra shots we end up getting there. And again, it's trying to move past the zones of control there. And it's actually they can be stopped. Particularly with these household units, they actually do a good job of actually blocking. So we're down to 50% health here. Now these, again, we can sort of see what, these have only got 65 health points each. The attacking through here is accuracy of 95, damage 18 to 25. How many shots do they get? 2 attacks, so they basically get double the attacks. These guys here have got the heavy Kopesh, which do 48. So this is by far the bigger threat. These are getting ready to come back in as well. So I've got these basic units. So we'll just go and do what we can here, I think.
Odela, guide our spears.
That was its one
For our
shot.
people.
It's got 55 points. We should be able to kill that off with this.
I am the protector.
Excuse me. Double sneeze. So Zalsic is saying, is this game good? It's got good components to it, and it will get better and better. Like, this is literally only just launching right now, so it's sort of what I expected, I guess. From the game at this stage, I know it will get better, and it's not bad, so it's not a bad one. Let me know if you want me to start turning down that voice, the sound effects again, because it did my head in. Actually, it's doing my head in now. I'm going to do it now. I'll just bring it down to say 50%. Hopefully that won't be too annoying. Done. Just the grunts are really frustrating. Hi Ruts, how you going? So it still only counts as one, the sneeze, I guess. And yeah, so Darkfall Games is saying voice acting is good and bad at the same time, so there is an immersion breaking disconnect. The mechanics seem pretty good though. I'll let others share their overall opinion. Yeah, I think, and Orangutan says, yeah, the grunting needs more variance, otherwise it sounds like it's on loop. Yeah, that's where there's just little things like that in the game that are that just don't quite hit the mark. Anyway,
Smite.
yeah, we can do the damage there. Yep, that's good. Now we brought that one through. Actually, that one's still alive.
We are ready.
Well, let's kill it off.
Hit him hard.
That's down now. That's good. Now you saw there every time I do that one, these guys, we don't get to see it, but they then pick up. Oh, yes, we do. This is the Battle Rush trait. So this gains +5 Battle Rush whenever an ally unit is killed. So the Brew or the Chaos units actually acquire their own Battle Rush aspect when, like, we get it through movement, but they get it through attacks. I'm going to attack these because I think we'll be able to do a reasonable job. They will attack back.
With force.
So we killed off 2. They didn't do, like, I can't really move back out of there. I'm going to keep that one where that is. And I will move these back out of the way. These aren't great at protecting themselves. We can start to smash our way through here now with these other units.
We are the shield.
So these got caught because they couldn't move out of the way, and so we can just now physically kill these off. We're going to be doing 37 to 50 damage, and there's only 23 and 26 damage respectively, so they will be killed without any real issue. Now if I move on up, when I move to, I can move to there, but I can't move to there without this one actually then sort of causing issues.
Victory is with us.
I'm not far enough back for that to sort of impact. I'm going to go and I can do a battle rush there, which may push it back. Well, it will push it back, and there's no retaliation when I do a battle rush. So this one actually can battle rush into here.
You won't feel a thing.
Good. Big attack. We got rid of 3. It didn't actually push it back though. We still got one more attack, and it will retaliate this time. But we still have a lot of hit points, so let's just go and do it. And we did overwhelm that time. What that's going to then do is, so it didn't get its retaliation. I can now do a battle rush this way because I've now pushed it back to 3 tiles, rather than just the 2 that was there before. So now we can smash it.
Let them face Humocht.
And we still can now move in to sort of see if there's anything else back in this way. So let's just start to move on up. Nope, nothing there.
Get there.
To the new horizons.
Bring that one through, and I'll just bring one more of these guys up as well. Now this one didn't actually get an action point. Can we do anything there? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh, hang on. I'll try it. It's sort of, even though it's like that's actually the limits of what we have, I think. But I think we can then see that's actually there, and then we have the charge. But I can get there this, so I'll just go for
Destroy
it.
these spawns of corruption.
So it's a full-on attack. It's down to two units now.
I am the protector of the tribe.
And if I just move in, at least then this one will have to then attack me.
Fast as lightning.
And again, we just change our facing. So
I'll
just
handle it.
face this one.
Yes, they.
So they've all moved. I'll just press tab. So still at the big bull. Now the bull has taken a bit of damage.
With faith.
They will actually attack back.
Orlanth's smite.
Nope, we actually managed to push them off. So that worked out well. There's only one more unit here.
This world will be better without you.
Yes, it will. I mean, maybe people will mod the voices. I don't know. Like, you know, it's sort of, it's, in this one here we can do the charge. That should kill these off.
Injury is but a fleeting sensation.
Sounds like a Dalek. Where's the Daleks? Exterminate. All right, so I'm not sure what the what that voice was. Just keep it going. Okay, so Dartfall Games are saying, is there any connection with this game and the Warlords game of olden days, like as in Warlords 3, Dark Lords Rising? I knew this is, I think, one of the things that I spoke about at the very, very start of this, because I think that that's going to be a little bit of a where people will think it is, but it's nothing at all like it, or nothing at all to do with it. I think the reason it's called Warlords is to connect the role play system of you know, the RuneQuest role play system with the squad based mechanics, and so you use these warlords, like she's a warlord, and so the warlords are where you get the role play aspect, and so and they're called warlords in the game. So if we have a bit of a look, you can sort of see down through here, she is a warlord. So that's where the name comes from. But it's funny you mention that, because I actually thought, oh, maybe that's what it is, because I wasn't really familiar with the RuneQuest system, but I thought it was something to do with the old Warlords game, but nothing at all to do with that. Completely nothing. So yeah, not even slightly. Now we've got nothing else back up that way, so I'm going to move this one back up. Skyball, and
There are only two truths: the will of Orlanth and the law.
I just can't get over her voice. Anyway, I've got to get my head around that. It's yes, actually, Dartfall Games was saying some of my favourites here, the old Warlord games. The old Warlords games. They were good. It's funny. Like, it's funny when you go back and play those games. They're actually not that good. They were. The premise was great, but the actual execution of those games wasn't good. Like, I've played one, I forget how many years ago it was, and I was just thinking, you know, I'm looking at it through nostalgic rose-coloured glasses, and it was just a lumpy sort of mess of just grinding away.
Hey,
I hate that as well.
for our people.
If I go and attack, I can't attack with these. The worst voice acting is with these.
We are ready.
With these militia when they attack the brew. It's very much disconnected. I wish the voices were more, like, I don't know, just weren't American. Like, it's the American aspect of it, just the New World aspect, doesn't sit right with the Old World feel. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, for me, it's just there is that disconnect. I'm going to go and throw. See how if I move to there, and I can move to there
Said to move there.
and move out of the way. I don't know why the pathing also didn't actually sort of figure that one
Stay
out.
together.
Let's just move in behind and just see if there's anything else coming. So we'll sort of start to scout our way up.
Move!
Okay, we haven't triggered anything else this way. And we still have this one as well.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey! There we go.
hey! Said to move there. Move, men!
Yeah, so Dartfall Game Singer, yeah, I think they really hit hard with the country bumpkin accent for whatever. I don't know what the reasoning was. Yes,
Who are we fighting?
you can just right click, by the way, and just change your facing. Which I think I'll do that. Actually, just in case this one comes from the south. They may decide to try to leave this to attack these guys. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of funny. Anyway, we'll just leave those where they are.
We are the shield of the tribe.
These guys here, again, sort of a Texan style accent, as you do.
Take this position.
It just doesn't fit. Like it's sort of like I probably will end up playing this with the voices off, and I've done that with a lot of games where the immersion breaks with the voiceovers like this. You know, like Battlestar Galactica Deadlock was one that I loved the game, but could not play with the voices on. Let's end our turn here.
Be ready. We're not alone.
It suits a Western, but not a Bronze Age fantasy game. Yeah, this one's trying to move out of the way. Now, this one possibly will block it. Oh, we actually killed them off.
We're not alone.
I'm going to now try to trigger what I consider to be the worst of the voice acting, which is an attack coming in with this, I think. Let's just go for it.
Let's hunt some brew!
That's the one. That's a shocker. That is a shocker, that one. Anyway.
Sword and shield of Orlanth.
Let's hunt some bro. It's just really bad. Anyway, I shouldn't keep on going on about it, but it's yeah, I don't know. It's just for me the voices. I probably will end up turning them off at some point. I think.
With faith.
The game's really good, but just that's the sort of stuff that just isn't good. Here we go, Dartfall Games A, bro. Sounds like a bunch of drunkards finding a new bar. Yes. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. So let's just swing back around. I don't know if we've still got others that we now need to go and kill off. We've killed off all the other ones that we've seen. And we'll just sort of move these up.
Let's get there.
We may just need to get to the top. That may be all we have to do.
The path is clear.
We can rotate around so that we can sort of go all the way around. The maps
Follow
look
the
really
heaven's
nice.
Sword.
The modelling's really good. I'll just move this one further across.
Let's get there.
Again, we can't go to that corner there because it is a hard corner.
Follow the heaven's sword.
We can freely change direction. At the back end there, so we'll move this one off. So that used up our action point. And I'm not seeing much else up this way, so let's just go back across and...
Victory is with us.
I'm not sure, and also not sure how easy it will be to for people to change the voices.
Stay together.
So, Dartfall Game, so you're going to have that kind of fun voice acting, lean fully into it and give the Bull a funny moonlight. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it was done on as a joke.
Thane said to move there. Move, men.
There we go. We've got one more down that way. And we've got more up this way. So I'm going to move back again.
Stay together.
And we need to go and hunt some brew again. After this.
Right. Aye.
Just move it off in that direction.
Hey, hey.
It just doesn't work. Oh.
Thane said to move there. Move, men.
directly.
See, Halgrim's voice is good, and I actually like the the British accent. I don't mind either. Like the actual accent for the for Halcyon, or whatever his name is, Halcyon.
Victory is with us.
But these Texan voices just don't suit.
My talents are at your service.
Yeah, that's sort of for the Empire. That for me feels fine. We might just have a bit of a look down this way and just make sure there's nothing else down this
We are
way.
the shield of the tribe.
So we'll just keep on having a bit of
Get
a look.
there. Take this position.
Like it becomes a Western with that voice. Yeah, so orangutan saying, yeah, the Texas one is ridiculous. Sounds like a World War II. It sounds like a Western to me, with the way that they are speaking.
Victory is with us.
It's sort of funny. It's a real disconnect. So probably ultimately when I do play this one, but I wanted to show everything it's got in it, you know, the good and the bad. You know, like in this case, the like so much of this game is great. I don't know why the voice acting was
Yes, they.
done that way. Anyway, I won't keep on going on about it. And I could just turn it off, but there is sort of storyline events as well, so I'll leave it on for a little bit longer. All right, so we're getting close now to the end. Just go and press tab.
Victory is with us.
That one can still move forward. I won't do it though. Yep, that's anyone, so we'll just end our turn there. Here they come. Here they come. Throw your axes. I like that the different units have got like different equipment as well. Like, you know, there's the axe throwers, and this one's another axe thrower as well. So, you know, but you've almost got to be able to have a look to see what weapons they've got. So that aspect of it is really quite immersive and really quite cool. Not sure where we see the throwing axes.
Protector of the tribe.
Oh, there's even more. That's right. We've got the shaman, and we've got more of them coming this way now. Oh, sorry, they're the ones that threw the stuff at us.
We are the shield of the tribe.
Now we are coming down through the other side. See if there's more down this way. Yes, there are. And this is Brew Shaman. So I've got Consume. That's going to be okay.
I am the High Priestess. The path is clear. The gods have other plans for you.
Okay, get that one nicely healed up again. She's going to be useful.
The heaven's sword.
Having her in the groups. Leave that one back there. And really these guys all the way back in here have got
Intelligence officer ready.
absolutely nothing to do.
I will see what's there. Let's look around.
Yes, they. March.
So we're starting to pick up the those stacks that we sort of see there with the you know, with these battle rush traits, and we have a global one as well. Like if we go back to Halgrim, this is sort of like more of a this one gives us the battle rush Storm's Fury, which we can sort of ultimately go and get. So we're sort of slowly picking that one up, and it becomes more of a I think it then unlocks these cult points. And by the army's cult chosen unit, whenever a friendly unit gains battle rush, is killed or completes an objective. So we end up unlocking this aspect as well. But at this point in time, the game is actually quite, like, it's not overwhelming, but I do find that if you go straight into skirmish, you will find it a little bit overwhelming with all the abilities. Do we attack this one? Do we do the? Do you want to ready for the next next funny noise? Let's do it. Oh no, didn't do it this time.
Injury is but a fleeting sensation.
Did overwhelm that.
For our people. Odela, guide our spears.
Oh, we got rid of one. Okay, that's okay, not too bad. So we've then got these two down here.
Protector of the tribe.
Now we've got others at the back there. Another Brew Shaman. I can also, but I can jump into these. I can use this this leap and tear. I can get in behind, or actually I might just hit it into here, I think.
By the wind.
So he did a bit of splash damage as he sort of lands, and then we'll just do the attacks into here.
Take Orlanth's smite.
And I've still got one more action.
With force.
And then that one's down.
We are the shield of the tribe.
Now that one, because we have to turn the corner, we don't get the charge, but we'll still go and do this anyway. You coming? No, it's not coming. Oh, it's out of range. It's out of range. Okay, so we can try the leap. Let's go and leap into here.
No obstacle can hinder me.
And that one still has its action point, so we can now just go and do the attack down this way, where we're going to sort of be doing the like, you know, a rear attack.
Plan.
We should tell you that it's got the flanking.
Sword and shield of
Yep, so that one
Orlanth.
can't do anything else.
Yes, Thane.
And we do get a charge here. This should then kill that one off.
Destroy these spawns of corruption.
These are great, these units. They're very, very enjoyable to play the game with, to be honest. They do such a good job. Just go and tab. So we have the bull, which can only move forward one more. We'll just do that. That's it. Okay, we'll end our turn there. Oh, here we go. So there's more units coming.
With thunder.
So we need to, now we've taken a bit of damage here, so we need to get her healing
Victory
back up
is
again.
with us.
Now I can't really get through that one
I am the
easily.
protector of the tribe.
And I've still got cooldown now with the leap.
Yes,
This
Thane.
one here has got leap. So I can bring this one across to anywhere I like. I'll bring it into there.
Ready to cast.
And we then have a bigger attack down that way. It will attack back. Or it should attack back. He's got a lot more.
Victory is with us.
Hey, hey! Hit him hard.
There we are, that's good.
We are ready.
So we'll come back up and then we'll use the ranged
together.
ability here.
Odela, guide our spears.
Yep, that was good. That was a good attack. Good attack. Okay, so
We
this
are the shield of the tribe.
now if I move that one in, I'm not going to be able to bring Halgrim in, and I do want to bring Halgrim in. So I'm going to move them.
Sword and shield of Orlanth. fast as lightning. Take Orlanth's smite.
We will find you.
They did try to hit back, but couldn't do it, and we've still got another shot here. Oh no, that's it. That's all we've got. Oh, it's got no more
Victory
movement
is
points.
with us.
Yep, I can't do anything with those just yet, so I'll just leave them back where they are.
Absolutely.
So Halgrim he's down to 229, which is enough. That's fine.
Hey, hey! Move! Thane said to move there. Move, men! Move!
Move like you mean it. Get a bit more positivity, please. Okay, so let's just come smashing into this one. I can jump over the back, so I'll bounce. Actually, no, I can charge this one. Do the charge. That was good. Yeah, so she can charge into here as well. Still 3 of them left. All right, so who
We
else?
are the shield of the tribe.
This one can still move as such. Actually, no, this one's still got action points.
Let them face Humocht.
Still one alive. So we'll now just
How
change our facing, even though we've now engaged this way. Okay.
Yes, Thane.
There are only two truths. The will of Orlanth and the law.
Such a Western
Victory is with
style.
us. Yes, Thane.
Yeah, I'm back there again. That's fine. Yep, we'll end that one. I'm just going to grab myself a drink of water. Be right back.
We will find you.
I am the protector of the tribe.
All right, so we're nearly at the end of this one.
With force.
Injury is but a fleeting sensation.
Take Orlanth's smite.
So the sword that he has, for example, does splash damage as well. Like, so we can sort of see down through there. It's going to have, so it does 41 to 55 physical, and it's only got like 1 attack, but there's 2 attacks with it every time he does it. And then there's splash damage as well. Up to three units get splash damage. So he does between 10 and 27 splash damage. So there's all, and the armor penetration just comes sort of straight off the actual armor of the units. So his sword is very, very powerful with what actually does happen. So the deeper you get into it, like this one here has only got armor penetration of 4, no splash damage, but it's then applied per unit. So there's actually some intricacy into what it actually does do, which is nice. Let's move that one back.
For the clan.
Is that it? Is that game over? Or do we have to get up to the top?
With thunder. At once.
We may need to get one of the heroes.
Yes, Thane. March.
Need a scout?
Bring Halcyon around.
To the new horizons.
So there's no other units around, is there? Unless they're further back up this way.
I am the High Priestess. Let's get there. Follow the Heaven's sword.
There's nothing there.
Let's get there.
We are the shield of the tribe.
We are ready. Stay together.
Yeah, so we just have to reach her.
Hey!
There's nothing else we need to do. Pretty sure there's nothing else coming in behind us. The previous game actually told me how many I had to kill.
There. Move, men!
Oh, this is actually, we haven't done this sort of stuff like photo mode or fast animations, fastest animations, etc. I don't mind the, I like the immersion of actually watching games sort of, play out properly. But we do have a photo mode as well, where we can go back in and sort of zoom in and do different bits and pieces. Field of view, we can sort of change the just how wide it's going to sort of look. So you can sort of tweak these sorts of things as well to get exactly what you want. Tilt the camera. There should be more than that. Then we've got the photo mode focus. So focus distance, we can then sort of have things where the where things become blurry, where we just sort of focus on one thing. Depth of field. Anyway, there's a whole lot of stuff in through there. I won't sort of show too much of that. Let's just go back out again. But if there's a middle of an attack, you'll be able to then sort of quickly go to photo mode, and which is the backspace, I think, backspace button. Dark Fold Games is saying photo mode is good for video thumbnails, etc. Yeah, which is nice, but also just even from the immersion side of things, like if you are playing a role play game, it sort of it does allow you to, I guess, capture something that you think is going to look really cool. I mean, it's sort of I like that sort of stuff, but I guess other people maybe not, not see it as something that's a major thing. I'm just going to leave these guys where they are. We'll just end our turn. I don't know if we have to get somebody
Sword and Shield of Orlanth.
backed up this into here. Let's just try
Intelligence officer ready.
moving you in. Nope, nothing else there.
I am the protector of the tribe.
We are the shield of the tribe.
Just move everyone out of the way.
With thunder.
March.
Sword and Shield of Orlanth.
I'll bring her around this way,
The path is clear.
just in case we have to go back up to the top. Back
With
up to the
thunder.
temple.
Directly.
Now that has got them. There we go. Okay, so bonus objective, do not let any... Okay, so we've now done that one. Gather forces and protect the temple grounds. V. Nope, so I'm not seeing that one. In that case, I will
There are
actually
only two
keep on moving
truths,
back up to the
the
temple.
will of Orlanth and the law. I am the High Priestess.
I'm sorry, the voices just... I don't know. They, I find them funny. It's not supposed to be.
Victory is with us.
For our people. Move. Thane said to move there. Move, men.
How many more have we got? Let's just go and make sure we've got
Yes,
everyone
Thane.
close by.
Victory
that's fine.
is with us.
Oh, here they come. Now they may, I'm guessing they're going to be coming from different angles, so we do need to go back up the top. Now we've been sort of impacted by these
The enemy is approaching. Get ready.
shaman.
The enemy is approaching. Get ready.
I am the protector of
So
the
I'm
tribe.
frightened. Now, can you heal me up?
Faith. By faith and runes.
It's a
Sword and
start.
Shield of Orlanth.
We are the shield of the tribe.
So we're being impacted here with this frightened. So weak curse of Thed. So -2 movement points, -30% accuracy, and minus 30% magic power. Now we're most likely going to have to deal with this group, but also there'll be most likely another group on the other side. So we will actually go and send all of these
Victory is with us.
back down this other side. That's the entry, so I think as long as we're here, we're okay.
Get there. Honor and mastery.
Just watch out for this side.
My talents are at your service. The eyes of Empire.
Here they come. So we were right. We'll bring you back up as well.
I am the protector of the tribe.
Okay, we'll do an attack
Destroy
here.
these bonds of corruption.
Yes, we missed there. That was see how bad the attack was because they were frightened. And we now need to get these out of here, and they're going to have a shot at us as we move off.
March.
It could stop us from moving. No, but it didn't. That's okay.
Households, attention.
Sword and shield of Orlanth.
And we do have this jumping ability, so I'm going to do that into here. Sure, I could even do it into there.
Death from above.
Injury is but a fleeting sensation.
We still have 2 more shots left as well.
With force.
Injury is but a
There's only one of them left.
sensation.
Take Orlanth's smite.
Again, the Daleks' voices.
We are the shield of the
So
tribe.
look and see if there's anything else up this way.
Absolutely.
Nope, that's all we got. So we can come in and smash that one or that one there. I'll do this
For
one.
the clan. Honor and mastery.
All right, we'll leave that one there. And
We are ready.
okay, should we get another one of these funny noises ones?
For our people.
Ready? Here we go. We're going to go charging in. It's going to be funny.
Strike as one.
Oh no, that one wasn't funny. Do it again with this one.
We are ready.
Come on. Do the funny one.
Let's hunt some brew.
There we go.
Move.
That is so funny.
Hey,
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
There are only 2 truths. The will of Orlanth
she can
and
charge
the
this
law.
one. All right. That's all we've got there. I'll leave her where she is, I think. Oh, no, there's more coming. Okay, we're going to have to hold on.
Be ready. We're not alone.
Are they going to be able to throw? Yes, they can. Okay, they missed. I should have turned around. There's a big attack. You're saying if you're asking if there's a sandbox mode and you're looking for something different. Sorry, was there a question? Didn't see that one through there.
With thunder.
Okay, Aswag is saying, I love Battle Sector, but I'm worried this game only has a campaign and skirmishes, not another mode to sink in more hours. Is that right? It does have skirmishes, single map skirmishes, but then Battle Sector launched with that too, sort of. Battle Sector had a really crappy campaign when it launched, which has actually been tightened up a lot, and they've now got the new mode as well. The new mode that Battle Sector has got would be ideal for this game. So that's what I'm assuming will come. That's like I think it would have to be that. I can't see it being anything else. So because that would work well in this game where you've got like a procedure, like you don't have a a big overworld map, but you have random things actually happening. Actually, even the way that Menace does their campaign, like the Menace, the game coming out, Menace. I don't know if you've played that one, but it's that one has got like a procedural small procedural campaigns where you then sort of level up all your different units. That would be ideal for this game. Like even if you sort of had like if you string together like 5 of them, 5 different missions where you then got progression through each one, I think would work really, really well. More maps as well. There's no map builder, but hopefully they bring that in as well, so the community can get involved in helping to build content. I think would work out very, very well. But no, it's the mechanics of the game are quite sound. Now I'm supposed to sort of head across now to. Let's just finish this off. But I'm supposed to head across to show the Slytherin Next, which is sort of when they announce all their games. But I believe that there's going to be a bit of sort of discussion for a little while. So I think we've got a bit of time just to finish this one off, and then we'll head across afterwards. Didn't really get to sort of show the skirmish maps. The skirmish maps are serviceable, a bit like Battle Sector. Like the Battle Sector skirmish maps aren't fantastic. And it's similar sort of thing with this.
I am the High Priestess.
Now we need to kill off that one.
We are ready.
Here we go. Do another charge.
Hit him hard.
Injury is but a fleeting sensation.
Alright, then we've got these as well. I can leap there, so no, I can't do the leap, and this one's still on cooldown. Alright, in that case we have to do a charge.
With force!
Gee, we didn't even get one of them. Do it again.
Take Orlanth's smite!
Pain
There we
is
go.
the price for greatness.
Pushing them back.
Yes, Thane.
These marauders. You can see there the difference then when they do the counter attack. It's only 5 rather than the big damage that they did
With
at the
faith,
back end of this.
this world will be better without you.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Orlanth's smite!
And we really can't do much else there.
Hey,
I really want to bring these back up,
Stay together.
just to make sure that we've got protection
We are the
up
shield
this
of
way.
the tribe.
Need a scout? Oh, try to.
Oh, one thing I haven't shown, which is quite cool, is if you become overwhelmed where you are, you've got this sort of fallback position, like fallback attack, which allows you to move back with some with evasion, which is quite nice. And so you end up you lose less damage, and you then walk backwards. It's actually can be very, very beneficial. Like we haven't had to use it at all in this one
Victory
through
is with
here.
us.
Just going to move this one across and do the attack, but.
Let them face Humocht.
Let's do another
Intelligence
let's
officer
do one
ready.
there. Yeah, we'll just go and kill off this one. So we've still got a unit there. So I'm going to go and charge through here, which should then do the damage there as well. Oh no, we can't use it. Why is that? No, I didn't want to do it. No targeting range, okay. Yeah, I can't actually do the attack there, but I can move back in here. There's more coming, so I don't want to get too involved. Let's just move into here. Okay, that's everyone. Let's end our turn.
Be ready. We're not alone.
So, what did we get up to? Sorry, with these
ready.
comments. Hi, Supreme Plague. How are you going? So they're trying to get into the actual entrance. So they're missing with their attacks. We've got very, very good evasion here. There's going to be wave upon wave, so I think we need to find a choke point. And maybe we will actually have to use that ability to try to escape backwards. So she may have missed that one. Okay, they did miss. Yeah, let's use this ability to move away from this fight, because I don't know how many waves there's going to be. I don't know what that is. That's showing that there's something coming up this way.
Sword and shield of Orlanth.
No idea. As you can see here, we've got it there.
I am the
She doesn't
High
have it.
Priestess.
She doesn't need it, actually, because she's not involved with them. She can actually attack this way. Let's just do it.
This world will be better without you. Orlanth Smite!
Yes, Thane.
I'm assuming they're just going to keep on bringing more things in, but let's just go back and hit these guys.
No obstacle can hinder me. For the clan.
I am the protector of the tribe.
Pain is the price for greatness.
With force!
We will find you.
That's good. We've pushed that one back. Let's then release this
There
one.
are only two truths. The will of Orlanth and the law.
I'm going to come back up to the top.
For our people. Thane said to move there. Move, men!
Take this.
They're so happy.
My talents are at your service.
Don't do a charge on either one of those. There's more on the way, though. So this little area in here is interesting. I can get in behind them. So we'll do that with the sky ball. So we've overwhelmed them now and brought them in, and that's now sort of, even though they're facing this way, they're engaged this side,
Intelligence officer ready?
which should give us other
You
abilities.
won't feel a thing.
And we'll clean that one
Try
up.
to make this quick.
I'm not sure how long we have to sit and try to hold these waves off.
Victory is with us.
Just going to go and sit. Again, I can charge that one, but then we've got others coming in. I think until we can actually go and...
talents are
Oh,
at
I
your
can move that
service.
across. So let's just go and get this one ready. That one as well. In this
Yes,
case, I will
Lane.
actually do the charge. We've still got all of our hit points in here.
We are the shield of the tribe.
Nothing else we can do there. That's okay. All right.
Victory is with us.
That's it. We'll end our turn there. So what we'll do is when we have a look at the Slytherin Next stuff, I've actually set up a system where we can actually, where you guys can actually give feedback through like if you're watching on Twitch. So what I'll do is once we finish this one off, I will basically just sort of close this one up. Actually, is that it? I think we're done. I think that's
With
it.
thunder!
No? Thought that was it. I thought that was the end of it. Not sure what we have to do here. Hi, Bioff, how are you going? So they're doing a game show right now. Can we give feedback on that? So it's going to be, like, I know that most of the big announcements will be coming in a little bit of time. So I've been told not to bother rushing to end this if we need to. So,
Smite.
so I won't.
Directly.
Just move these in. I'll just see if we can get to the end here. I guess we don't need to. I've already shown you the progression, etc. So, yeah, thank you for that gifted sub there, Began. Very, very much appreciated. So, yeah, I think I've missed a few of the comments there, guys. I'm sorry about that. So, oh, there we go. So, Darkfall Games talking about Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Yeah, that was a great game. Now, we don't have anything else down this way. I think we must be close. We've got to be close.
Let's get there.
Move! We are ready.
Just go that way.
We are the shield of the tribe.
Can't be too much more to come.
Intelligence officer.
But I think I will actually start to move this one around now and just get ready for the Slytherin next festival that they've got going on. It says top left, 5 unites remaining. Oh, here we 5 remaining. Okay, 5 remaining. Yeah, okay, so what do we got? We've got nothing down the bottom. We've just got the 5 here. What do you guys want me to do? Just to stick through until you finish off this one, or move across to Slytherin next now?
Is with us.
I'm happy to do either way. Oh, status effect is presenting us. What was that? Confused. Okay, so we got hit
Yes,
by
Thane.
the confusion stick.
Get there.
Thane said to move there. Move, men!
All right, I think that's all
We
we've
are
got.
the shield of the tribe.
All right, so we're down to our last ones here.
Take this position.
At once.
I've got to say, like, the actual mechanics of the game are really good. Like, it is just the voice acting is the only thing that sort of really sort of breaks the immersion.
I'm wounded. I need a hand.
So we've still got 5 remaining there. That's 4 there. There must be a 5th one down this way as well somewhere. Ooh, that was powerful. We might have to get you out of there. There's something else showing down this way. Here they come. And more. Actually, that's still 5. 1, 2... That's 6. I think what we'll do is we will actually move off now. I'll just save where I am with this. And the skirmish is much more like Battle Sector, like the skirmish from that one. So I will just go and save the game. And save into there. The wind, yep, that'll do. We'll just confirm that one. And so I'll just get ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to close it all down, and I'll be straight back basically with the... and then we'll go across to Slytherin next and have a look and see what they're up to. But I'm going to, rather than going into the Slytherin channel, I'm going to just show the Slytherin channel, and we can then just comment and talk about it ourselves. So rather than actually just listening all the time, we'll like if there's something where they're doing a presentation, I might just get your opinions and stuff. So I'll probably be mainly reading out your comments as to what you're seeing. Be interested to sort of see what games you're actually looking forward to and which games you're not looking forward to, basically. So so Void Sparkle saying, how's this game looking? I was always curious about the TTRPG. It's good. Like it's just the voice acting is not good. That's pretty much the only thing from it from me. So Darkfall Games being a general commentary on a disconnect of VA performances and cohesion, having different accents like Western doesn't fit in. Yes, yeah, no, it doesn't really work. Anyway, let's. But the game itself, I really do like a lot. The campaign I think works well. It's just the voices. Anyway, I'll be right back. So I'll be probably about 5 minutes, I think, and then we'll sort of have a look over at the at Slytherin next and what they're up to.